Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the review room. Once again, we have another album review for you. If you are new to the show, please hit the like button on this, subscribe to the show. It really helps us out with all of these album reviews. Links are in the description of this video, or scan the QR code up in one of these corners here if you want to get the links that way as well. You'll find us on everything that way. We have, of course, an album review for you. And as always, joining me for these album reviews, we have a very, very different one than what we did previously. But let me introduce the co host of the Review Realm, Sam, the SLB.
Hey guys, yeah, we are in Bizarro World. Actually, no, yeah, I'll say Culture Wars was more Bizarro World. This is falling more in line with what John and I had originally started the channel for. Well, what John started the channel for 10 years ago. So I'm excited to talk about this one.
Yeah, we're diving into something very, very vastly different than what we did previously. Of course, we are talking about. I've never heard this band before, so this will be new for me, Sam. I know you might be a little bit more familiar than I am, but they are as you said, the Canadian tech death band Archspire, and I think this is their fifth studio album, first album in about 5 years or so. Too Fast to Die.
Yeah. So this one, let me say this. I'm familiar enough with this band. I've heard them like once or twice. Sometimes initial thoughts from a band that doesn't pull me in. I'm going to give you an example. I remember the first time I heard Between the Buried and Me. It was the first time I heard something like that when Colors came out. I'm like, there's a lot. I love progressive music, but this was a lot. This was something I wasn't ready for. I didn't care for metalcore. I liked like death metal, like somewhere in between deathcore, metalcore at that time. I didn't really no desire to listen to, but it grew on me into one of my favorite bands. Um, Same thing with Archspire. The first time I heard them, like, this is a lot. This is a lot going in. But obviously, we have a review channel, which makes us need to listen to them. I've been looking for something like this for a long time. That I enjoyed this. I really like this. And when I go do my lawn after this review, this album's going on.
All right, we have our first difference on how we feel about these albums. I was curious about this one because I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I like death metal. I know there's the tech part of it is maybe something I don't fully know off the top of my head about another band that sounds like this or whatnot. This album, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, it. We can get into it, obviously, of course, but I think, yeah, I'll start with you, Sam. What you liked about the album?
Um, so the first time I think I heard, excuse me, the thing I don't remember what I heard. I heard whatever I heard prior to this album. Another single, another song. And I'm like, oh, there's a lot going on, and I like a lot going on. And then I heard, I think, Carrion Ladder or Limb of Leviticus. And again, sometimes you hear those songs where they go right into it and you like it like punches you in the throat. You're like, oh, because there's heavy and then there's like tech death. Now, just so everyone knows, tech means technical death metal. It's like progressive death metal in a sense. Um, it just one of those things you got to process. It's not something you like overnight. If you do, cool, that's awesome. Um, so then I'm like, all right, I got to listen to this. So I get to listen to the album. I just got to listen to it straight through. And like Liminal Cipher starts off, it's like builds in. It's just like I think it's like an orchestral or like a something to kind of build into it, and then it kicks into full there. It gets heavy. It has its slower moments. Um, Not the craziest song. I don't even know what you would call it. Like the rap. It's almost like a rap growl something going. It'll probably grow on me. We'll see how it is, but all the musicianship, the craziness, the structures of these songs, especially with how fast they're playing half the time,
Oh,
wild.
they're fast. Yeah, they're fast. They're so fast they make fast bands look not fast.
Yes, yes.
um,
Speed. Mm-hmm.
this is what I'll say if you movie reference for you. I will say, yeah, they right out the gate. They're quite fast, and the vocals are part of that too. I can't tell you a single thing he said on this album except limb of Leviticus. That's the only part that I could understand is that. But for me, you can have the best players in the world, which they have very talented musicians here, very, very quick, obviously.
Mhm.
When your vocals reach the point of gibberish, that's where I don't like it. I'm sorry to say.
So I think I can agree with you to a point, and the only reason I'm going to slightly disagree is because if we were to go to hip hop and rap, the thing I could equate this to would be Tech Nine, because Tech Nine is a rap artist who does the same thing in the rap world. So some people would make that, it's all preference at that point. Um, there is a lot like I've been searching for ever since Dillinger Escape Plan left the scene. There are plenty of other bands out there, but I'm looking for something that's just chaotic. Something that's chaotic but is structured, where a lot's going on, and you can sit there and break it down. You can focus on like one instrument or another and like hear these little nuances going on. Yes, I do like pop music. I'm a big new wave fan from the 80s. I do like synth wave. I like what that is for. But I really love when I can have something like this, chaotic and crazy going, and I can kind of look at it. It's like going to an art museum where you can look, I'm going to look at this painting and then be in that moment and look at the brushstroke. I'm different. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I like to do. So,
Yeah, I'm on like the flip side of that coin. I think I don't mind a little chaos here and there. I think there was just too much chaos on this. It's just it it was literally the easiest album to review ever. I was like, everything's fast. Like I didn't really have to write much of anything down. It's like, oh, it's fast. It's fast again. And I I really don't really know what to make of it, really. I
I
mean, it's 39 minutes, so it's not very long. And a positive for this album is self-produced, I
mhm,
think, and it sounds good.
mhm.
I'll give them that.
I would have loved to have, and after we get off this, because I didn't want to give my opinion, because you and I like to surprise each other. Because if we
Right.
start talking outside of these reviews, it leaves nothing to have,
Mhm.
for these reviews. So our buddy Ken, friend of the channel, has been on I think one or two reviews. I would love to hear his thoughts because he also is big into progressive music and arguably one of the best drummers I know personally.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to ask him his opinion because I really am curious because he can break things down. He's good at breaking down music at a molecular level. That's a weird thing to
Yes.
say, but Ken. It's the best way to explain it. But no, I really enjoyed this. It almost makes me want to go find more tech death. There's a lot of tech death bands out there, but I enjoyed this. This is something I was looking for. And I know it's not going to be in John's top 10, but it's probably going to be on my top 10 for the year. So,
I think Sam, I didn't really know if I had a limit on what a lot of subgenres of metal has to offer, and I think this taught me that I do have a limit. Um,
but somebody in the comments tell us why one of us is wrong. I'm curious.
yeah, yeah. Please tell the man in red why he is wrong and he should appreciate this. Yeah, I'm not saying the talent is not there. It is there. It's obviously there because I can't play like that. I can't sing like that fast, and I would love to see the lyrics because I can't understand a damn thing. Um, but yeah, yeah, please let us know in the comments what you think of Archspire and their latest album, Too Fast to Die. Don't forget to subscribe to the Review Realm for more album reviews like that. We will see you for the next one. Thank you guys for joining in with us, and as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.